Hello, Candice here, and welcome to Feminine Success Secrets, the place women come to become powerfully feminine from the inside out. Now, today I want to talk to you about surrender versus submission and your feminine power. Now, what I want to talk about is what surrender is and what it isn't. And it isn't submission. Now, the concept of submission sometimes is associated with the world of BDSM, where there's a dominant and a submissive, okay? And that's totally valid choice for some people, that they choose to be dominant or they choose to be submissive. It's a life choice, or it's a sexual choice, or an orientation they choose in that dynamic. This is not what we're talking about today. What I do want to talk about today is what is often misunderstood around surrender. Surrender is often misunderstood as submission to something not by choice. So what is surrender? Surrender is a choice to let go, a choice to wait for something to guide you from inside. Surrender is a learning to be guided by the flow of life. Surrender is a learning to receive from the gifts of life and the indications and the navigation of life. Surrender can be a surrendering to the divine and the divine plan. So now my smart, successful, capable women don't want to submit to a power. So I think this is what often happens is, especially like in a corporate world or a competitive kind of environment, we are often asked to submit to the power of a superior, submit to the decision maker in an organization, submit to the masculine paradigm in and of itself, or to feel like your voice can't be spoken and cannot be heard. A submission, a resignation, if you like, of your power. And of course, what we know that leads to a whole bunch of beliefs that lead us back into the man mode, more masculine of the polarity orientation of the way we do things, the way we do life, the way we do work, and the way we do our relationships. So surrender, back to surrender. Surrender is a choice. Submitting to is often something that we feel forced to do, that we aren't making a choice about. Okay? Remember when I spoke about BDSM before? In BDSM, the sub and the dom choose their roles. They want to be submissive or they want to be dominant in the dynamic. Okay? Little sidebar here. It's quite well known in the BDSM world that the sub in the role is actually the one who has all of the power. That's something to think about, huh? So back to surrender. Surrender that is such an essential, as in of your essence, part of feminine power is the learning of surrender. Another way we can say that is there's times we just have to learn to let go. Let go control, not let go power. You see, surrender is an orientation of power. I often have this saying, do I want to be open or do I want to be right? And there's a certain surrender in that saying. There's a certain surrender that I surrendered to opening. I choose opening over needing to be right. I'm the one that needs to be right now. Because there's a control in that. I also like to learn more and more how to surrender to my team. My team can be the people that work with me or the team of collaborators that I'm working with. Are learning to surrender to their knowing, to their wisdom. And it's not a letting go of discernment. Let's be really clear. Because when you're smart and discerning, I'm not surrendering judgment. See, there's a misuse of the word surrender. I'm not surrendering my discernment or my judgment. I'm opening it up to a broader spectrum beyond just what I know. And I've got so many brilliant people around me, and my peers and my community, the powerfully feminine community. They're so brilliant. And so as I ask them questions, as I put something out there, like I don't know everything. I know I don't know everything. I learn from my students and my clients all of the time. There's a certain humility in that. There's a certain humility in that type of surrender. So what I'd love you to do today is put a comment below on where you struggle with surrender and also where you feel like you're very successful in terms of surrender. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I give you videos every single Sunday. And remember, when you have the courage to go out there and shine, you give others permission to do the same. So let's all go out there and shine this week. Bye-bye for now.